Hello and welcome. I have had goats for just about a year now, and so we're getting to the point where we're milking. And I wanted to take you along so you can kind of see our milking process. I'm brand new at this, and so I'm still figuring things out, but we're starting to get into a really good routine here. Here's my newest goat. This is Molly, and she's always ready to go when it's milking time. She's the first one that goes. And here we have Olivia, who is my other milker. And a lot of times she's going to try and sneak in ahead of Molly. Here's little Millie. She's about 3 months old, and she is growing just wonderfully. All right, so first I'm going to show you hand milking, and I'm hand milking Olivia once a day in addition to machine milking her as well. And she is really good. This is her first year being milked, first time, and she's doing a really nice job of learning the routine. She puts her head into the head cradle really nicely. And sometimes she gets a little restless and her feet will move around just a little bit. But I really think she's doing a great job for just learning the ropes. And she's kidded about 5 weeks ago. So we haven't been at it for very long. So the first thing I do is I clean her teats really well. And then I squirt a little bit of milk out of each teat just to clear the ducts and make sure that any bacteria or dirt gets cleared out. And then we're ready to get started. And I'm not very good at aiming the milk into a small bucket or container. So I just grab this ginormous stainless steel pan, and it has a lid, so that's awesome. And this is what I've been using to milk. So most of the time, no matter what direction the milk squirts, it usually lands in the pan. And that is good enough for right now. Milking is definitely harder than it looks, and it took some time to develop the muscles. I have fairly strong hands as I've worked with clay, because I've done kayaking. There's different things that I've done with my hands so that they're fairly strong, but this uses the muscles in a different way. And so at first, you just get tired. You get tired of holding your arms up, and the hands start to cramp just a little bit. But now that we've been doing this for a while, I'm getting stronger, and like the muscle memory is developing. So it's getting a whole lot easier, which is good for all of us because Olivia doesn't have infinite patience. And so I'd rather get it done as quickly as I can rather than press her luck. When we're done, I dip the teats in a cleaning solution. It's chlorhexidine, and that's just to make sure that we don't get any bacteria up in the orifices. She's had a little bit of a sore teat on her right side, so I've been putting some bag balm on there just for a few days until it kind of heals up. She's just been a little tender, and I've been putting some on the other one too, just to make sure everything's good. And then their favorite part at the end is they always get a few animal crackers. And I think really this is the main reason why they're so eager to jump up on the milk stand. They get to eat food, but they also get cookies, and everybody loves their cookies. And see, the other girls are waiting, hoping that they're going to get some cookies too. And of course, I can't resist. Oh, Penelope needs one too. And everybody else is trying to get at it.
Penelope, that's Penelope's.
Oh.
Penelope.
And I went out there and made
get
sure she
Penelope
got
hers.
hers too.
Yeah, there she goes.
Penelope's kind of the most skittish
Okay, that's all the
one,
cookies,
so
all done.
we don't want her to feel left out.
You don't need to
And here's
jump on
little
me, you.
Millie.
I don't have any more. I don't have any more. I don't have
Yeah,
any
she
more.
still likes to jump up on me,
Such a
and I'm
cutie pie,
working
though.
on trying to break her of that, but I'm not working really hard at it because it's super cute. But, and then at the end, I'll let the girls eat until they feel like they're done. I want to make sure that they're getting enough nutrition so that they can maintain good body condition, so that they can stay nice and healthy. And Millie is always in the middle of the mix of things. She's always creating trouble. But gosh, she's so darn
It's hard to
cute.
keep
And
eating 'em, you
Molly, the big
guys.
one here,
Yeah.
she is, I
Because you just
think,
show up
a
in my
bottle
lap,
fed
your pocket
goat.
goats.
I mean, she's 3 years old, but boy, she also likes the attention. But then there's Penelope, who's not interested in attention at all. She's like, no, thank you. Oh, once we get the milk inside the house, then I'm going to get it filtered and put away in the fridge. The faster you get it cold, the fresher it stays. And we always filter it just to make sure it's as clean as possible, because sometimes you can get a little bit of dirt that falls in, or sometimes a hair might fall off of the goat, and we want to get all of that stuff out of there so it's clean and good for drinking or whatever you want to use it for. And then often I will put it inside the freezer for like a half an hour or so to just get it cold really fast. But sometimes I'll just stick it in the fridge if I know I'm not going to be around to take it out of the freezer, because sometimes I have forgotten it, even when I set the alarm on my phone. And it won't hurt anything to get it frozen, but it's just inconvenient. And so now we're getting ready for another milking time, but this time we're going to use the milk machine. I'm going to milk both girls that are in milk and that I'm milking. Molly gets milked first, and then Olivia is going to be milked afterwards. And so right now I'm milking Molly and Olivia twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, 12 hours apart. And then I milk Olivia one extra time in the middle of the day. Right now she's freshly kidded, so she's producing a lot of milk. And I don't want her to get mastitis or get uncomfortable, because she is small and she's got this little udder that just produces all kinds of milk, at least in my inexperienced opinion. So eventually I'll switch Olivia down to just twice a day. So the routine is pretty much the same, except we're using the machine instead of the hands. I'm going to clean the teats first with hot soapy water. We're going to squeeze out a few squirts to get the ducts cleared of any debris or bacteria. And then we're going to go ahead and hook up the machine. And this is really very fast. The time that the inflations, that's what those little tubey things are called, are on the teats for both girls is about 2 minutes. It's like they let their milk down and it just flows really quickly. And then the tubes are attached to a canister that collects the milk. And I'll usually put some ice packs in the canister so that the milk can start cooling down right away. So, and we're going to get a close-up here in just a minute on Molly's milking, and you can actually see the inflations filling up with milk because the milk is coming out of her so quickly that the machine can't really keep up. And you can see Molly here, this doesn't bother her at all. This is the third time she's had kids. It's the third time she's been milked. She is an old pro at it. And she was a little tough the first maybe 2 or 3 times that we milked just because she didn't know me more than anything. But since then, she's just been super easy. You can see all that milk just flowing. I'm just really amazed by how much comes out of them and how much comes out so quickly. At the end, I massage the udder to kind of encourage any milk that's still in there to release. And I do that for, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 seconds, not super long. And then we'll clean up exactly the same way. Molly is giving us 4 cups of milk per day, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. And then Olivia, she's been giving us between 5 and 6 cups of milk per day, which just amazes me. I think one day she even almost hit 7 cups, and I'm just so impressed by how much milk her tiny body is producing. Because Molly is bigger than Olivia, but Molly only had 1 kid, and so her body is programmed to only make enough milk for 1 kid. And Olivia had 2 kids, so her body was programmed to make more milk for 2 kids. At least that's how I understand it, just from, watching lots of videos of other people that have had lots of experience with goats.
Some more?
So Molly's got her cookies, and then I give her the opportunity to eat a little bit more if she wants to. And then once she starts fidgeting around, we switch out the girls, and now we're going to do the same thing with Olivia. And while Olivia definitely fidgets a little bit, she is doing such a great job and has been so patient as we are learning this together. Now, I was milking Penelope. That's the brown doe that we saw on the porch earlier. She was the first one to have babies back at the end of January, so I started milking her, and she hardly produced any milk at all, and this is her first time having babies, and she only had 1 girl, so she just never produced a ton of milk. So I don't know if that's just how Penelope is. She has the potential to do better next time around. They say the udder doesn't fully develop till the 2nd or 3rd time that they've had babies. So she's kind of a wait and see. But because she was producing so little milk, once I had Olivia and Molly to milk, I just stopped milking Penelope. And she's just feeding her baby, and her baby is growing like a weed, so she definitely has enough milk for little Millie.
That's all I got. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's enough for you.
Gotta get our cookies, finish eating if we want to eat anything else, and now we're done. So start to finish, it really doesn't take that long, but if you count getting all the equipment ready, doing the milking, and cleaning up the equipment, it's half an hour, 45 minutes for me. I'm not super fast because I'm still getting the hang of things, and I just want to take my time and enjoy it. I'm not in any hurry. And so for now, I'm just going to continue enjoying my goats and milking them, enjoying the milk. We're making cheeses, we're making ice cream, and just drinking it plain, and it's something that we're really enjoying. And I am loving having goats. I could see doing this for a while. Thanks for coming along. I really appreciate it.